Don't forget, I'm still sending out 1,000 SSO codes to subscribers in the comment section. Just be sure to drop a comment on this video if you still need one. It is a manual process, so it may take a while, but I'll eventually send them all out. Now, in this video, we're going over the new artifact sets. There are 3 sets that are coming out, and if you notice something very interesting about them, not only are they level 80, but they are actually an 8 set effect, as you see here, not just 4 for the equipment or accessory category. There's a total of 8 for this artifact set, which is not something we're used to seeing. I believe this will be a reward for the new game mode that is coming out, not in the coming update, but I believe the next one that'll be out. So keep your eyes out for these new sets because they are very, very overpowered. Now I'll show you what the set effect does. If we hop into here, and again props to Alpha Leaker for all these images, the 2 set effect is nothing too special, but it is still very strong. When tagging out, applies the blessing effect to team members, increases the user damage dealt by 10%, with a duration of 15 seconds and a 20 cooldown, a decent 2 set effect. But the 4 set effect, the blessing effect changes to become the burning blessing effect, activates when a character tags out or a support skill is used. That's very important. Increases the user's damage dealt by 12% and also recovers 0.48% of their HP every 1 second. Again, the duration is for 15 seconds, but a quick way to get some HP in, and with the tag out effect being removed, if you want to just put in your support without tagging them in and out, you can use a support skill, get the bonus applied, making it an easy effect to get off, and the HP recovery is obviously just a very nice bonus. It is only a 6% HP recovery, but still it's better than nothing. Now for the 8 set effect, it is much better. So our damage dealt increases to 20%, and HP recovery is boosted up to 0.7%, so 14% total with the new duration increase all the way to 20 seconds. So you can technically have this applied all the time. The cooldown was 20 seconds, but as the duration is 20 seconds itself, you can always have the burning blessing applied to your hunters, making this artifact set perfect for a support unit, just like Min. So far, this set here is looking very promising. Let's go to the next one. This set obviously looks very cool. I can't wait to have these in. I really wish these artifacts would be put on our hunters or Jinwoo, but obviously that would be too hard for the devs to do. But going on to the stat effects, you can see this one provides Burning Greed, the 2 set effect. When the user hits a target with a skill that deals break damage, it applies the Greed effect. So right off the bat, this set is looking promising to use on our break units that'll scale off defense, because as you know, there's no real artifact sets that help our defense scaling units. But going on, we can see it increases a user's critical hit rate by 1%, stacking up to 10 times. But when you are hit, it removes the Greed effect. That means you lose the bonus, but the duration is permanent, so every 3 seconds you can apply it. But this is just the 2 set effect, not that great. If we go to the 4 set effect, this is where things get interesting. When you have 10 instances of Greed applied, it becomes Burning Greed, and Burning Greed does the following effect: increases the user and the team member's crit rate by 10% and crit damage by 15%, so a global buff and a very powerful one. And when you are hit, it no longer removes the effect, making this very strong. The duration is permanent as well, so you'll never lose this effect. Once you apply this once after getting the 10 stacks, you can have this as a permanent buff to your team, and with the 8 set effect, it gets even better. So the effects of Burning Greed change the one you need 10 stacks for. The crit rate effect increases to 15%, and the crit damage effect all the way to 30%. And when attacking enemies that have elemental weakness, the break effect increases by 30%, making your breakers so much stronger, giving them a global buff to apply to your hunters and themselves. Overall, the Burning Greed set looks super overpowered. This set will be a definite must for hunters like Yoonhoo, because he really was lacking a set like this. Obviously, our other hunters that provide break and scale off defense can use this set as well. It's looking very, very strong. I can't wait to try it out. Now we have one more set here. Let me zoom out. As you can see, this set looks amazing as well. It is another 8 set effect, and it goes all the way up to level 80. So this should provide us with much higher subset amounts. If we look at the set effect, it applies the Burning Curse. So for the 2 set effect, it applies the Curse effect, increasing damage taken by 20%, increases damage dealt by 6%, and additionally, increases damage dealt by 0.1% every 1 second, stacking up to 100 times, so a 10% buff that is permanent, on top of a 6%, so 16% total. It does increase the damage you take, so on Silvermane Yunhu, if you want to get the age reduction in right away, this could be a very promising set. And looking at the 4 and 8 set effects, it applies the Rescue effect. If the user has 25% HP or less, they recover 25% of their HP, so it basically acts as a safety net, basically like the daily quest completion we have, an overall very useful effect. But when we look at the 8 set effect, this is where things get a little bit crazy. The Curse effect changes to Burning Curse, increases the damage dealt increase effect to 30%. That is a very high damage amount. We go from 6% all the way to 30%. That's a big jump. Not only that, do you recall the 100 stacking effect every 1 second? It is now 0.5%, all the way up from 0.1%, so a 5 times increase. That means this goes all the way up to 50%, so 100 seconds, on top of the 30% bonus here, so 80% total. That is completely ridiculous. Think about hunters like Cha. They can use this and nuke any enemy they face. So this set is probably going to be the one we use on all our hunters that deal tons of damage, especially the ones that are squishy. This provides us a safety net. Very good. So these artifact sets are looking like it's going to be meta defining. I'm sure on multiple hunters we can use these. Like this set here gives them crit rate and crit damage. You can get these stacks off very fast. So overall, it looks like a lot of hunters will change based on the artifact sets we can now put on them. If you think these artifact sets are absolutely absurd, drop a comment down below. I really want to know what everyone thinks. There is one thing I can say though, they look very cool. I really wish these were wardrobe items that your hunters and Jinwoo could actually have on them. Again, like I said before, it's not too feasible because each hunter design is completely different, so you couldn't really stack these on, but it would have looked very cool. So if you did enjoy this video, drop a like, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll have more Solo Leveling Rise content coming up. If you have any video suggestions, drop down below. I can't wait to see what you recommend. That's all I had for you today. This is Zaf signing out.